Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
Yes,
Hi,
hello. Welcome to another episode of the film
the
cycle.
film cycle. Yep.
Yes, and guys, as you already know, here we just give you interesting movies that you can watch. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, we just ask, and then we ask movie questions, we ask personal questions. We just bring you interesting content, that you can
Yep.
again watch maybe during the weekend. You're looking for movies to watch. We just suggest nice movies for you to watch.
Yes,
Yeah,
so.
that's what we do now. I be get any other thing what they do.
Now, what do they do with that too?
Okay, so
You
guys,
know.
so let's just go
Yeah.
straight into it, right? Oh, sorry,
All
my
right.
name is Mary. And like in case you people are forgetting, my name
Yes,
is
so in case
Mary and my co-host is
Caesar.
okay. At least his name has not
Yes,
changed.
so.
Okay, so guys,
Okay.
there's something that I'm doing this weekend. So I'm just going to suggest a couple of movies for you guys to go and watch. Movies that I watched
Okay,
during
now.
the week that I feel that are really interesting. But the main movie that I
Okay.
want to really talk about in detail is a movie titled Broken Hallelujah. So Broken Hallelujah is a movie type. Now you sabi, you don't they do for if you bend your neck now you break them. So Broken Hallelujah is showing on Bimbo Ademoye
Okay.
TV on YouTube. It features
Okay.
Bimbo, Daniel Etim, Esodike, then Barbara
Mm.
Suki. Barbara
Oh my
Suki,
God.
okay.
Barbara
Yeah.
Soki.
Is China
I've
Soki
not
or
heard that name.
Nasuki? It's not
I,
S-O, it's S-U. Suki.
is
Is it
that
so?
you? Oh,
It's Suki, not
okay. I don't know.
Soki.
It's okay. There are probably two different people, but I used to know Barbara
No,
Soki
the
as in
the the legendary Barbara Suki. Okay,
yo. Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing.
So you don't do now. You won't review the movie.
No vex.
So Broken Hallelujah is just I'll just give you guys, a little. It's just a story about
Okay.
a young girl, like how she grew up to where she got married to the love of her life, and
Uh-huh.
then challenges came. She was looking for a child, and for like seven
Wow.
years or even more, the child wasn't coming. But all along, she kept praying. She and her husband, the husband was so
Yeah.
supportive. He stood by her, and all the while she was praying and she thought God was not with her, God was with her, like all the way. She
Yeah.
didn't really
That's something.
realize that. So this movie, and guys, I don't want to talk too much. If you have not seen Broken Hallelujah, you're missing. Oh, so Broken Hallelujah is
Ah.
showing on Bimbo Ademoye TV. Now, I'm going to also suggest some other movies that you can watch.
Okay.
Another
Now
one
get your
is
pens and
titled,
paper ready.
right. Another one is titled Love in Transit, by
Okay.
Uduak Isong. It's showing on Uduak Isong TV. Another one is Tehila. Tehila is showing on Love Story Media. Love Story Media, that's
Hmm.
by Stan Inze and Blessing Obase.
Yeah.
Then another one will be Street Genius. So this Street Genius
Ah.
is by Toyin Abraham. Well, guys, it's showing on her YouTube channel on YouTube. So, guys, go watch
Oh, okay.
Street Genius. Well, you will like it. For me, Sha,
That's
it
nice.
was. But yeah, guys.
Abi.
So I don't want to talk too much. So, Broken Hallelujah, Love in Transit, Tehila, Street Genius.
Street genius, yes.
But watch Broken
That's nice.
Hallelujah. Oh my God.
Now I get where the hallelujah got broken. You know.
Yeah, yeah, it actually got broken, but
Yeah, I
thank
can
God
imagine.
it was
Yes, sir.
unbroken at the end.
Abi now. Woo,
Yeah,
that is something. Good recommendations, though. And you guys, I hope you got your pens and papers and you wrote it down and watch them. I'm sure you will love them.
right.
Yes, so right.
Interesting
Let
movies.
me ask you a question for the day. So my
Mhm.
question to you is, what's a movie you think is a comfort film and why?
Ah, comfort film and why? Broken Hallelujah.
Oh, okay now. Oh, all right. All right,
Yeah,
that
the one
that
that I
works.
just reviewed.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it
okay.
it evokes um I feel like it's a source of comfort. It's a
Oh,
source
okay.
of support. Like, it gives
Oh,
you
that's
that
interesting.
emotional support. It
Yeah,
gives you that, I don't know, it just evokes positive feelings. When you feel like, oh, God is
I
not
get that.
there, like you keep
Yeah.
praying and praying and praying. As in, this movie has a lot of reviews. Like, you feel like, oh, you're going through something, and then you keep praying and praying and praying, and then you're asking God, can you not hear me? Are you not there? But He's there when you
Yeah.
look, like when you really look. He's there, like He's been there all along, you know. And then, like they say,
Well,
there
that's
might just be a
interesting.
reason why, whatever you're praying
Yes,
about is being delayed.
yeah.
He knows what He's doing, and
There's
in
a,
His
like
own
time.
time,
Hmm.
right? In His own
Exactly.
time, He will make it
Huh.
happen. So yeah,
I get
broken
that.
hallelujah.
I get that. That's a good coincidence.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also
Yeah.
have a question for you. What's a
All right.
movie you think is a cult classic, and why?
A cult
Culto.
classic.
And why?
Okay, a cult classic.
Mm.
Um, well, I think one like movie that will come to my head. Now it's not like a movie now. One movie that I feel like is a cult classic is like a string of movies and it's a franchise, and that is the Star Wars franchise. I feel the Star Wars franchise is like Star Wars fans.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, they are different from Marvel fans.
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
telling you,
you don't
Marvel
find
fans different.
another this thing.
Hey,
Continue.
Star Wars fans, Omo, they are like a cult. Believe me. They have Star Wars Day, they have Star Wars holidays. There are places you can go that are majorly for Star Wars people and stuff like that. And Star Wars, that title franchise that has been coming in for a very long time. I think the first, I'm not really sure now. I think the first Star Wars movies came out in the 70s, and there has been Star Wars movies almost like every decade. You see like about 3 or 4 Star Wars movies. There's a lot of them. They've had series, they've had movies, they've had animations, you know so many things have come with Star Wars, being a Star Wars fan and everything.
Now
Believe me,
me,
it's
now me
it's
ask you
really
question.
crazy. Yeah, like
Now,
now
now me,
you
now me ask you question. Now
I
my
tell you,
fault.
but really, Star
Mm.
Wars. I think Star Wars is like a cult classic, like a cult franchise. Let me put it like that. Because it encompasses a lot of Star Wars movies, series, and animation. So it's always interesting when I see Star Wars fans. Especially when they go to these their what do they like all these movie. Forgotten what they call them.
So when
When they
I
all come
when I was
together and
when
when
I
they
was
all
going
come
to ask
together
you
and
this
wear
question,
costumes. Uh-huh.
when I was going to ask you this question, what came to my mind was, maybe you would tell me about a movie where there was like really really cult activity, like
No,
whether they
see,
do cultism
yes,
or
yes, I get
something.
that.
But
But when they say, well, this is one thing about, when they say cult classics, like if you have a cult classic or a cult movie, it's like the word cult simply means, when people come together to actually adore something or worship something or stuff like that. So when they call a movie a cult classic or a cult movie, it's like a movie where people come together and like, oh yes, we all agree and support this movie, blah blah blah, and stuff like that.
lecturer,
And
thank you.
and
No,
most
no,
most movies that come like that is like all these classics, like Marvel classics,
you don't
Star
do.
Wars, stuff like that. Yes.
You don't
So I
do.
get what you're saying.
You don't do. Now me, now my
All
fault.
right.
I
Now you,
accept.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing do you. Nothing do you. All right, people. Let's jump straight into the final review of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So the movie I'm going to be reviewing is a movie. It's on Prime Video right now, and it is titled G20. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
now this is G20 is like an action thriller movie. It's about a president, the American president, played by Viola Davis. I don't know if you know Viola Davis. She's an amazing actress. You know,
And she was
she
American president.
yes, she was the American president.
Yeah, I know
She
her.
had the
She's really
first
good.
she had the first husband. And with two
Mm-hmm.
kids, and they attended this G20 summit in South Africa. And when they got to the summit, the summit was hijacked by somebody like would I call him a terrorist now? You understand, that was trying to finance himself through Bitcoin. So he made this elaborate scheme whereby he made world leaders, that's the world leaders at the G20 of that 20 countries, he made them to like be in support of, cryptocurrency and stuff like that to enrich himself. There is a very crazy scheme that surrounds the whole movie. But what I actually find interesting in the movie is
Mm-hmm.
this. I won't say, okay, let me say interesting. The scheme seems so unrealistic, but I guess that's what a movie is for. It's a fiction. So there are things that are practically not true that are possible. But believe me, having a G20 a place that you have 20 world leaders and leaders of
Was Nigeria
organizations.
leader there?
You forget Nigeria, we know the G20 anything. we don't
Now
even
question I ask you now. Now
no
question I ask
na
you.
so na so. But believe me,
Ghana leader they there.
where you want to find go there? Where you want reach?
Ghana even get
Where,
leader. Okay, make we no
where you
start
want?
continue.
No start that thing for you. No start that thing
Uh-huh.
for you. Maybe no allow Ghana people come
Focus.
for us. Yeah.
Focus. No focus.
Okay, so so G20,
Mm-hmm.
when these terrorists like try to disorganize everything and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
Viola Davis came in as the American president, of course, as usual, to save the day from his military experience, and his tactics and her tactics. Sorry, she kind of like pulled all the resources together. They defeated the terrorists, and voila, that was it. To me, the movie was kind of elaborate because I don't think it is easy, to actually take over a summit like that filled with world leaders. It's
Hmm.
unrealistic. But then it's a fiction.
Some people are
I really don't
very
think
talented.
it's possible. Forget about talented. You should know the kind of security apparatus that these people go through when it comes to summits like this. If you cough, they will throw you out. If you look anyhow, if you do the stretch neck, they'll go throw you out. Come on here. You are a suspect. We don't trust you. you know.
I beg, I
Really,
don't feel
it's
that.
crazy. But at the end of the day, it's a movie. It's meant to entertain, to excite us, ginger us, and stuff like that. But I kind of like, the story behind it, and okay, it stars Viola Davis and Tony Anderson, and also Masai Martin. Masai Martin, I don't know if you know her. She's from this movie Little. She's like a teenager. She's a teenage, actress. So she played one of Viola Davis' children. She's like a tech genius. So that I kind of love her character in the movie. It was kind of like an added comedy. There was a little comedy inside. Tony Anderson, you always laugh. Masai Martin, a little bit of comedy. But Viola Davis was the serious president.
Mm. Okay.
But if you love, something like this, believe me, G20 is streaming on Prime Video. Watch it, it's exciting. You love it. Forget about the idea of, they can't, something like that is not possible. It is meant to entertain us. So, don't mind what I'm saying. Me, I'm just reviewing. But I love, the action behind it and everything. It's
Mm-hmm.
funny, it's action packed, and it's interesting. So G20, you guys try and check it out.
We go check
All
them out.
right, people. Yes, so check out my leg.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Thank you so
Thank you
much for
so
keeping
much.
stay with us for another
Thank you.
episode of the film cycle. And as always, check out the movies. If there's any recommendations you have for us, let us know. Just put it in the comment section
Right.
down below, and we'll tell you. Maybe we'll review the movie and tell you what we think about them and things like that. And as always, you can reach us on Instagram, at the underscore film
Film
cycle.
cycle.
Follow us on YouTube, like us,
Mm-hmm.
share, subscribe, and always comment. Let
Yeah.
us know what you think. If there's any improvement you want, let us know also. All right, people. Thank you so much for staying with us.
Thank you, guys.
Have a wonderful weekend. Till we see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
Bye,
later.
everyone.
Yeah.